What's up guys, welcome back to our Yu-Gi-Oh Capsule Coliseum Let's Play. And our next opponent is Bandit Keith. I'm so sorry, I thought I got rid of fucking all of that. Ugh. Anyway, Bandit Keith is... I remember him from Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged. He's one of the few fucking characters that I do remember. Because all he does is scream, America! And shit like that. He's all about the America, obviously he is. He's dressed a bit bikerish and he's got an American bandana on his head. So, yeah. Anyway, I love the exchange between Bandit Keith and Yu-Gi, because Yu-Gi-Oh actually has a pretty good fucking comeback for all the shit he says. And it's one of the few times he does own an opponent verbally.
Hey kid, I'm your next opponent, the great Bandit Keith. I'm the former American champ. There's no way a snot-nosed punk like you can beat me.
If you're the former American champion, that means you're not the champion anymore, right?
Oh!
Shut your mouth, runt. I'm warning you. Dissing me is gonna be hazardous to your health.
How dare you call yourself a champion?
This bit's bollocks, by the way.
You've always dueled without pride or honor, cheating every chance you get. You've fallen far, Bandit Keith. So far that you're nothing more than a failure.
I'll make you eat your words. You're about to feel the greatest pain you've ever felt in your life.
I don't think Bandit Keith ever actually cheated in an official tournament. Not including, you know, before the anime started at least. I don't know. I'm not up and up on the fucking backstory. Cool, I actually get to attack first, which is great, because this arena's quite small, but it's not at the same time. That made no sense whatsoever. Fuck it, I'm keeping it as it was. This map's small, and yet it's not small, but it is, because the way Bandit Keith moves his capsule monsters, it forces you to split your capsules up. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. You could just wait it out and be a lane guy. But and it also limits your AP, because you're back down to a max AP of 450, whereas we've been getting used to a pretty regular dosage of like 500 plus. You know. Let's see. Should we just spam psychic kappas? Yeah, we'll put 2 of you in. No, not even. Yeah, that's probably a bad move. We'll put 1 in. Great White's been pretty good to us, and Faith Bird. No, we can't have both, so we'll just have one. We'll just have the one Faith Bird. Man-Eater Bug. Penguin Soldier, why not? Cool. I've no idea how I'm going to outline it. Oh, this is one of the few arenas where you can't pick where your symbol goes. It's just placed for you. And I think that becomes a pretty regular thing. This is the first stage, if you do everything in order, where it's mandatory, but it becomes it's a thing from now on. It will crop up from time to time. Certain boards mean you have to place your symbol in a certain order, certain place even. Doesn't really affect. It only really matters for one duel, and that's a ways off yet. So we'll talk about that when we get to it. But for now, just know that there will be a mechanic that appears again later on. So yeah, fun times. We're going to have both of our winged dragons be here. No, not even both our winged dragons. We'll put winged dragon and a faith bird here. There we go. I think that's probably... Ah, you know what? Fuck it. We will put both winged dragons here. No, I'm going to replace that last one. I want that one to be here, come to think of it. There we go. I think we've got a pretty solid setup there. I don't know how well my plan will go. I'm hoping it will go well, but... could go either way.
It's time to start.
It certainly is. Anyway, Bandit Keith is another guy who has a trump card, and that trump card is Barrel Dragon. Which is pretty mediocre unless you have a dark symbol to boost its power up. It can only move 2 spaces, forward and backwards, sorry, vertically and horizontally. So, yeah, but it can attack 3 spaces, so it's got a longer attack range, which is great. It makes sense, because it's a dragon that's a fucking gun. So it can't move very far, but it can attack far, because all it is a gun. A gun on top of a dragon. Looks pretty goofy, actually, come to think of it, but, So, Bandit Keith's board is literally a tomb, so he is literally a bandit. So, yay! Bandit Keith was more prominent in the first series than the second. Sorry, the Duelist Kingdom one, because he was a proper big bad guy. He had a group of...
Remember this! There's only one thing that rules the world. Money!
If you say so. He was the leader of a fucking group of weird, creepy kids. Kids is probably the wrong word, but you know what I mean. His main lackey was... I think he was just called Bones, and he had a zombie deck.
Here I go.
And he went up against Joey in his own backyard, because they were in a cave. All the zombie monsters were powered up, and also zombie monsters in that generation of Yu-Gi-Oh at least didn't have any defense points. They had 0, so they were pretty useless until defensively. So they'd all be in attack mode. So every time you attacked them, it would drain the opponent's life points. But at the same time, the whole reason Joey managed to win that duel was because he somehow got a hold of Sword and Shield. I think is how it worked. So all of his monsters had 0 attack points, so he won like that. He also tried to win by using the Time Wizard Baby Dragon combo, but no, he tried to use Time Wizard to win, but I can't remember how it fucking went. But something along, he failed the coin flip, so it worked on his monsters and didn't do fuck all, or he won it. But what happened was, because zombies are already dead, it didn't make them any weaker. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, cool. I think I've got a pretty decent setup to take on these fucks. So I'm just gonna leave them where they are, and when they get closer, I'll actually attack with them rather than moving my other pieces. So yeah, I think that's what happened. Something along those lines. And yeah, that was that. He won. Eventually by using, like I said, Sword and Shield, so they swap defense points with attack points and yada yada yada. Mumbo jumbo jargon. Yeah, and Bandit Keith himself, I don't think had a single duel on the show until... I could be wrong, by the way, don't quote me. I'll say it again, it's been a long time since I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! The last thing I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Related was Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which, by the way, again, I'll reiterate my point. Fucking, if you haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. It's a fucking great program. Great web series. Yeah. He did have a duel against someone in... I want to say the series was called Battle City, but I can't fucking remember for the life of me. So yeah. But he wasn't himself. He was brainwashed by Marek, or by one of Marek's followers. So that was a thing, because that was one of the abilities the Millennium Rod had, apparently, was it could brainwash people, which I think you'll agree is a pretty good power to have. Almost overpowered, one would say, but you know, didn't matter anyway, because obviously what happened was he Marek brainwashed a jobber and didn't really get anything for his troubles. Oh, okay. I did not think this one through. Okay, he avoided my trap quite well.
That was a...
Ah, fuck me, man. I thought I had a pretty good setup there. Am I going to lose again? Oh, God, I hope not. I'm keeping my fingers crossed here, guys, because I thought I had a pretty good trap set up, but I forgot they could move like that. And, yeah, well, that one bit me in the arse. Doesn't really matter where I go from here. I'm pretty much fucked. Oh well. At least when that spike ball goes forward...
You hurt me, I'll pay you back double. Got it?
He's... Granted, the Pharaoh is like fucking hundreds of years old, right? But he's currently in the body of like a 12-year-old kid. Well, you know, and he's threatening a kid. He's threatening to backhand a child. That shit is fucked. So yeah, he's obviously going to kill Faithbird with that spike needle ball. Is it needle ball? Needle ball. And he'll move forward with that, hopefully. Or he'll do that and fuck me. No, he won't fuck me, because there's no one he can attack if I do that. Ha ha! And you know what? I'll fucking bait him out. Fuck it. I'll just bait him out and do that. And I'll do that. Come to think of it, I think that feral imp. 1, 2, 1. I've fucked myself all over here. Fuck it. I'll take that spike ball out with a water double team, hopefully. Let's move you here. And that's going to get the other one to come out and play. And I'll be able to attack him as well then. It's really tit for tat right now. By the way, that's not a good pickup line. Even if you've got tattoos, tit for tat does not work. I've never used it as a pickup line. I said it as a joke once, but it went over everyone's head.
Just you wait.
It's not a funny joke if you have to explain it to the person you're using it on. Let's put it that way. It wasn't even a joke, it was more of a pun. I mean, puns are jokes, but they're not good ones. Fuck it, I know what I mean, and hopefully people watching this will get what I mean as well.
My monster's not beaten yet!
Yeah, not quite. Man-Eater Bug is quite a useful little monster to have in the actual card game, because its flip effect is, once it's flipped, you can destroy one opposing monster. Usually the reason Man-Eater Bug is flipped over is because it's getting attacked, so you lose Man-Eater Bug, but it's so weak in the card game that it doesn't matter that you're losing it. So yeah. By the way, my plan did not work. The other Thunder... whatever the fuck it's called. Thunderliger? Thunder Ra? It's called Thunder something. But the other I was hoping the other Thunder thing would come and join my Psychic Kappas so I could double team. You know, just keep the Thunder things away from the rest of the fight. But that didn't work. He didn't take out my Faithbird. That's just great. So I'm going to run away with it. And just do that. He can't actually do anything. He can't get to my Ring Dragon, so I'm not too bothered. What are they called? Thunders? La La Limu. Oh, sorry. La La Liun. So, yeah, I was hoping he would come and join this one. Because that way... Man, the fucking statue for it looks so goofy. Because they don't look like Thunderbolts in capsule form. They look like fucking messed up bunny ears. So, yeah, what I was hoping was he would come and help... come and be tempted to get this one. I'm not even going to bother using that. I thought it would add water attribute to the whole map. Oh, that's spiteful. 1 HP, the bastard. Oh well. Yep. Should I move like that? Oh yeah, I might be able to take out Barrel Dragon if I'm lucky. So, yeah, I will do that. That's a pretty good move. I should move you really, but fuck it. I'm going to attack and do some damage. 102 is not bad, really. It's not great, but it could have been significantly less damage. So I'll take what I can get. 117. Will this kill? Nah. Oh, hang on. What's Root Water's attack? 118. Nah, I'm going to have to do 2 anyway, so might as well use Root Water to finish it off. I like Penguin Soldier, by the way. It's adorable. It's an adorable monster. Plus, he can evolve, which is super cool. Penguin Soldier actually is quite unique because he's evolved it. He can go down. Sorry, not quite unique. He's got the same qualities as Flame Manipulator in the fire element department, in that he can evolve and he can also be used in a fusion. Yeah, Bandit Keith's going to say something, so we'll listen to that first.
Ha! You were just lucky.
Sure. Okay, that's all he had to say. Cool. So, whereas Flame Manipulator can evolve into, I don't know, not Manga Ryu-Ran, that's a different monster entirely, but it can evolve into a completely unrelated monster. Penguin Soldier can evolve into Penguin Knight, which is a pretty cool monster, but also if you have a Penguin Soldier and a Penguin Knight at certain levels each, you can fuse them together to make a Flying Penguin, so yeah, it's pretty unique that its evolution it can fuse with to make an even cooler monster. The only downside is Flying Penguin, I believe, is a wind type as opposed to water, so it's not quite as useful to me as the components are. But at the same time, wind still gets us a fairly significant boost from a water symbol, so it's not the end of the world. And fuck you, he got my fucking... he got my Penguin Soldier. Oh well. But yeah, well, it's not the end of the... well, it's not as good... doesn't get as much as a boost as a water type. It does get a boost, so... Yeah. He may have just moved in such a way that he can bypass these attacks. No, not quite. Cool, I think I might kill him with 2. Yes, I will kill him with 2. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up, really. No, I didn't. It just means I have to move my symbol. I could have done that with 50 less AP. That was foolish of me. I should have had the first ring dragon go right, and then have the other one take his place forward. Ah well, hindsight's 20/20 and whatnot. So, well, oh well. I saw the mistake as soon as I did it, so at least I got that going for me, I guess. Let's move you forward. He's only a wank. He's only a rank C capsule. So yeah, cool. We've taken out the biggest threat to us. That Steel Scorpion might take out Psychic Kappa, but at least he doesn't get a chance to use Barrel Dragon. So I'm willing to take the trade. It's worth it. Cool. Now I'm pretty sure Psychic Kappa does evolve into something, but it's not Kappa Avenger, because Kappa Avenger is its own monster, as I found out in the shop. So yeah, I don't know what it evolves into, but I'm 95% sure it evolves into something. Like, I know Root Water evolves into High Tide Gyojin, so we've got that going for us. That's half now, isn't it?
You're gonna pay big time, Runt.
Okay. I don't think I am. But if you say so, it must be true. Right, at least now that fucking Feral Imp won't be able to attack anyone. And I don't think the Li-Un can attack anyone either. Unless he goes backwards to attack the Psychic Kappa. Oh, sorry, Feral Imp can attack Psychic Kappa as well. Oh, I haven't been paying enough attention. But the Li-Un can't because the torch is in the way, so...
That was a lot of damage, but it survived.
Indeed! Man, does anyone else remember Kai and Tai? From WWE? Where their whole gimmick was they couldn't speak English, so they got dubbed over. And they got dubbed over poorly, where they were clearly not saying... fuck. Like, bad... everyone's seen a bad dub job at least once in their lives, I'm sure. So their mouths are quite clearly not saying what the English translation is, claiming that they're saying. And also it's out of time, so by the time they've stopped speaking, the English voiceover only just starts to chime in. Shit like that, and it was fucking hilarious because at the end of each one, they'd just zoom in on Funaki, and he'd go in a deep, unnaturally deep voice, go, "Indeed." By the way, you can't see me, but the entire time I was talking, I was using my right hand to mimic lips moving. So, I hope you enjoy that for viewers who can't see me. Yeah, I'm not taking out his symbol, but I'm here and he can't do anything else, so the Psychic Kappa might as well do something while he's over here. Am I right or am I right? I can attack his fucking little Steel Scorpion though, so... Yeah, let's do it this way. Boom! I almost took him out and all. Not bad, not bad. Obviously his Thunder types aren't as resilient as the Dark types.
What? It can't be!
You're just not as good as you think you are, Bandit Keith. Also, I hate the fact that everyone's like, oh, I'm real good at duel monsters. And it's like, this isn't duel monsters, fuckface. Just because you're good at duel monsters doesn't mean you're going to be good at Capsule Coliseum, or Capsule Monsters, whatever the fucking name in-game is. You'd think I'd at least bother to learn that, wouldn't you? But no, I don't even know what the fucking what the game's called in universe. But I'm assuming it's Capsule Monsters, because the Yu-Gi-Oh card game is just called Duel Monsters, so... yeah. Duke Devlin with his ever fucking inventive, I invented Dungeon Dice Monsters? You've copied Duel Monsters. You haven't even come up with an original name, you fucker. By the way, I think that may be a joke that was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I can't remember. But it sounds like it probably was. Cool, I even get to take out his fucking Scorpion as well. Night fever, night fever. I don't know what prompted that. I don't know, my brain's gone to a funny place. Apparently I sing fucking disco when I can't think of anything else to say. It's a very interesting thing to know. Good thing I'm not in fucking public, because that would be embarrassing. Then again, this will be going on the fucking internet, so there'll be that soundbite to exist until the end of days. Oh well. I'm not too sore over it. It's done now. Worst case scenario, I can always edit it out. Spoiler alert, I'm not editing it out. That Night Fever sound clip will stay in forever. And I highly doubt that it was accurate enough to be fucking claimed as copyright either. So I don't think it's going to get fucking taken down for using Beatles music. At least I'm assuming not.
Admit it. I know you're cheating.
How can you even cheat at this game? I mean, other than having better monsters, but that's not really cheating. Because there's only two ways to get fucking monsters. You buy them, or you take them by beating an enemy. In which case you need to be good enough to earn monster points, which you can apparently only earn from beating opponents, or you beat the monster from an opponent and take it at the end of a match, in which case you have to be good enough to beat an opponent. So, you know, stop it with your lies, you dirty bastard. And by dirty, I don't mean he smells, I mean he's corrupt. In case you needed that distinction. I'm sure you guys already knew that that's what I meant by it, but I've run out of things to say, so now I'm just saying whatever the fuck comes into my head. And that's a bad thing to do, because my head is filled with a lot of bullshit. Unfortunately. So yeah, anyway, here's La La Li Moon. Sorry, La La Lioon. I keep calling it La La Li Moon because it's the only way I can make sense of the word. But he's only got Feral Imp left, so Bandit Keith is fucked at this point. And I don't know if I'm going to win by defeating his symbol or by defeating this thing. I'm not going to get close enough for him to attack my Psychic Kappa because I feel like Feral Imp is probably just about strong enough that he could take out that Psychic Kappa with one more attack. So I'll play it safe and probably go for his symbol unless an opportunity presents itself and I can take the Feral Imp out in one easy move. It looks like it's only one hit away from death, but at the same time I don't want to lose another monster to it if I can help it. I think that Feral Imp might be in range of my Green Dragon Guardian of the Fortress, so I might have just been cut a break. No, not quite. Oh well. Let's see. If he goes forward 2, 1, 2. He'll be at, so I'll go forward 2 as well then. And that was that's one way of solving that. 1, 2. Yeah, cool. Yep. I've got not much to say here. I've won at this point. Bandit Keith is a shit who only cares about being American. Oh, he can attack my Winged Dragon, so that Winged Dragon might be dying in this turn. Oh dear. I thought that was a pretty good move, but it was actually a bit of an error. Oh, has he killed it? Yeah, he has. Oh. There's me trying not to lose another monster, and I fucking serving him a Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress up on a plaza. Plaza? Platter is the word I was looking for. I don't know what the fuck happened there. My fucking words are all getting jumbled.
You're boring me, kid.
Dude, you are fucked. I don't know why you continue to trash talk. You're fucking dead. 1, 2. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. You know what? I'm super gonna lane this out. Just be like that. Moving forward. Cool, and I'm just gonna end my turn. Now he can't attack anything. He's got to move closer to me in order for him to do anything. Well, obviously his symbol doesn't have to move closer to me, but his imp does. Thank you. Now I think I've won with that. Yeah, play a turn. With my awesome looking symbol, which was created by myself. Seriously, that's one of the best part of the games, is being able to create your own symbol in this. I wish there was a bit more choice though. Only so much you can do.
This will finish you.
And also, it'd be nice if you could get a different aesthetic for your symbol, or if it had more of an aura effect, the higher level it was. That would be pretty interesting.
You're not getting away with this.
Because yeah, I think I'd be thinking that would be awesome, wouldn't you? This is more ideas for a Capsule Coliseum 2, which, by the way, I know is not going to happen. It's still fun to think about ways the game could be improved upon. What you got to say, Keith?
No way! I've beaten tougher opponents than you. How could I lose?
That's simply not true.
This duel was over before it began, when you decided to fight without honor.
What do you know? Drill this into your head. Next time, I will get my revenge. Just you wait. I'm out of here.
Goodbye and good riddance, Bandit Keith.
Now, let's be fair here, right? Bandit Keith cannot actually possibly cheat in that game. So, how the fuck did he fucking do that without honour? I mean, I don't believe in honour anyway. I think honour's a bullshit construct to make people who lose feel better about themselves. It's like, oh, you weren't being honourable. It's like, nah, fuck you, it's a competition. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying be a bad sport. I'm saying don't fucking say, oh no, I did things more honourably, therefore, if I had gotten rid of my own set of restrictions I've set upon myself, then I would have won. Don't fucking set limits on yourself when you're in a competition, man. Anyway, that's a different subject for another day. But I mean, come on, fuck that. That fucking... How can you play this game without fucking honour? I mean, it's all about fucking thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead, putting your pieces in ways that tempt the opponent out, but are in such ways that doesn't look like you're trying to tempt your opponent out. What you're trying to do is simply put your monsters in a way where they can't be attacked if the opponent comes closer, but if the opponent comes closer, all you have to do is move forward a little bit and you'll be able to attack. Oh hey, it's Pegasus! Great, let's fucking move on. That was a bit of a distasteful subject. Anyway, Pegasus, wow, there's a few things to say about Pegasus. For a start, he calls Yugi, Yugi boy, and I fucking love that. I like Pegasus, man. He's just, if it weren't for the fact that he lost his significant other and/or wife, I can't remember which it was, he would have been a pretty cool dude, as is shown in this fucking clip, because he's a pretty cool guy. He's not evil because he's evil. He's evil because he wants to... Well, he's not even evil. He's just trying to take the Millennium Puzzle so he can save his dead wife / significant other.
Oh, Yugi boy, you're my next opponent.
Maximilian Pegasus, this will not be an easy duel.
Now, Yugi boy, let the fun and games begin.
Fine, Pegasus, let's duel.
So Pegasus also has a Millennium item, the Millennium Eye, which is one of the more fucked up Millennium items because you have to lose an eye to be able to use it. It's proper fucked. Anyway, it lets him see into the future, or I think that's what it does. It lets him. He basically becomes a legit psychic. Is the only way I can describe it. If you've not seen the cartoon, that's more or less what his power is. And whereas Mai earlier on in the series pretends to be psychic by spraying perfume on her cards, and again I can't remember his name, but the guy whose signature card is Jinzo in the Battle City saga isn't psychic. He has his little brother spying on his opponents, which is, by the way, fucked up. Pegasus is legit psychic. He can see what cards you have and he can see what you're thinking of doing. And he has a duel against Seto Kaiba just before he faces off against Yugi. And Seto's brilliant strategy is he just doesn't look at his cards and he just fucking plays them, and it's just like, fuck it, I hope this fucking works is really what you got to do. And I can't think of any way. How can Pegasus ever lose if he's psychic, you know? I mean, he does. Yugi kicks his ass. Well, that's probably an oversimplification of it. He doesn't kick his ass. He has a bit of trouble with him, I must admit. Oh, and also I'm going to say this now before I forget. I don't know if he is or not, but again, like Yugi, I'm pretty sure I recognise Pegasus' voice. Where I think Yugi has got the same voice actor as Knuckles, I am pretty much fucking sure that Maximilian Pegasus has got the same voice actor as James from Pokemon, as in Jesse and James. And I will be fucking flabbergasted if someone comes up to me and says, no, it's a different voice actor. English, that is. I've not heard their voices in Japanese. By the way, Japanese voice is not an option in this game. You can either have the voices in German or in English. And if you want anything else, well, tough shit. You've got like 5 different languages for subtitles, but...
It's time to start.
So if you look at Pegasus's monsters, he's got Haniwa, Green Phantom King, Lucky Trinket, Rogue Doll, which I think is actually one of his monsters in the anime, Penguin Soldier, and Ancient Tree of Enlightenment. None of these are really monsters you associate with Pegasus. There is a good reason. A reason we shall find out later. I think I've given it away with that one. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, Pegasus is a swell guy. He's basically a giant kid. Especially if you look at his deck in the anime. His deck's all about using cartoon-type monsters. It's all themed around Toon World. Or at least it is early on. He, I think it has...
The battle's only just begun.
And also, I'm not going to lie, I'm a sucker for any character that's got greyish silver hair. I don't know what. Ever since I saw Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII, if a character's got grey silver hair, it's just like, that guy is awesome. They have to be. Just my opinion, by the way, guys. Yugi's probably going to say something else now. Yeah.
I will use all my strength to defeat you.
You need all your strength to beat Pegasus. He's a pretty tough customer. I mean, not in Capsule Coliseum, but in Duel Monsters he is. Yeah, and then he sort of changes his tricks up again a bit when he actually goes against Yugi, because he bases all of his offense around the that really fucking weird monster. I think it's called 100 Eyes Restrict or something along those lines. It's definitely got a lot of eyes, and it has Restrict in the name. That's all I remember. And I remember Yugi pretty much lost that duel, but some magical bullshit like Faith in the Cards was... Faith in the Heart of the Cards? Is that what it's called? Saved him. Which, you know, I don't care. You know for a fact, if he had Exodia in his deck, that's how he would have won that battle. So, again, I'm glad they took Exodia away from him early on in the series. It served its purpose. He managed to beat the best duelist in the world with it. And then he loses the ability to use it, and he has to use actual fucking skill. Like when Yugi has to face Joey in the finals, because Joey is one of the finalists because he has enough star chips. Mostly just because he hangs around with fucking Yugi, truth be told. What was it? Yeah, I thought that was it. Don't want to get attacked by that. There we go, we'll move here. Yeah, so Yugi actually gives Joey his Time Wizard. That's why Yugi has Time Wizard in his deck in the first place. And he tries to use the Time Wizard trick to beat Yugi, and he uses it on... unfortunately, Yugi's already got his best monster, Dark Magician, out on the field. So what happens is, instead of killing off Dark Magician like it usually does, it makes him age to a stage that instead of being Dark Magician, he becomes Dark Sage or something, and it gains a special ability where he can draw any magic card. And yeah, so he beats Joey, because Yugi can't lose is basically the reason. It's amazing how many times that's the reason why Yugi wins in a duel, is just because, no, he's not allowed to lose yet. In fact, like I said, the only loss I recall Yugi having in the anime was when he fought Kaiba before the final stretch of the first season, because Kaiba beat him with the Crush card trick. Which, by the way, that card sounds super OP, does it not? You can't play any monsters above 1500 attack points, because they just get destroyed straight away. I'm pretty sure that card probably got fucking banned from competitive play. I don't know what the banned cards are, but I'm pretty sure cards like that were pretty quick, just like, no, you're not allowed to use this kind of... you're not allowed to use this kind of trickery, I'm afraid. It's too good, and no one can come back from it. No one. So yeah. Oh shit, what was I saying? So yeah, I think in the anime, Pegasus is the one who actually invented duel monsters, whereas Kaiba Corp just provided all the electronic bullshit that managed to make... Kaiba Corp, by the way, is Seto's company, if you haven't watched the anime. But I'm sure if you're watching this, you're either a fan of video games, very likely, a fan of me, not quite so likely, or a fan of the anime, which is probably the #1 thing that will draw people into watching this series, at least. Yeah. Fuck's sake. I can at least attack his Penguin Soldier, that's good. Hang on, how do you attack? Yeah, I thought so. We're gonna have to move a bit anyway. Yeah, what the fuck? I lost my train of thought because of all the bollocks I was talking about.
You do realize bad boys will be punished.
Okay. Yeah, what I was saying, yeah, Kyber Corp just made all the electronic bits that made bits that made the game much more pleasurable for audiences, in that you could actually, you know, watch, have the monsters come to life in front of you, more or less. And the so Seto Kaiba invented dual monsters because he found all the hieroglyphics that indicated the pharaohs played some sort of game with monsters. This is the story I'm sticking to. I might be wrong. Please correct me, Yu-Gi-Oh fans, if I'm incorrect. But Seto Kaiba created... Oh, fuck's sake, I got the name mixed up. Pegasus invented the game because he was an archaeologist and he found the inscriptions of the ancient pharaohs or ancient Egyptians who played this game, who would play with these monsters. So he came up with all the rules, invented all the monsters.
This is getting difficult.
And Kaiba took an interest in the game, so he made Kaiba Corp a thing that made...
Whoa, I'm being attacked from all sides.
Which made the holograph discs and the holo fields and all that shit, which made the monsters more or less come to life, and yeah, yada yada yada. So, to recap, Pegasus made the game, Seto Kaiba and Kaiba Corp enhanced it. There you go. I think that's the easiest way of saying it, and I don't know why it took me so long to explain it. It's because of the amount of times I've stopped myself to go onto a different subject, and so yeah, and also Kaiba pretty much does become a good guy after the first series is complete. I mean, I remember in the movie, I don't know how many movies there have been now, but the movie I remember is like the Pyramid of Light bollocks, where he fought some ancient Egyptian Griffin? Sphinx type man creature. So yeah, he did.
I'm ahead. I'll finish this.
And the whole story was he invented a counter to the Egyptian god cards in case they ever got used against him in a duel. Which I suppose makes sense if you care about the card game. So yeah, he made a counter, and he gave this counter to Seto, because Seto wanted to beat the god cards, which Yu-Gi had all three of at this point, because it's the movie and it's after the Battle City bollocks. Battle City... I want to say Domino City, but what's Domino City from? Domino City? What the fuck is that from? Ah, fuck it, move on. After the Battle City tournament, because Yu-Gi won, spoiler. He's the main character, of course he's going to fucking win in the end. So yeah, after Yu-Gi won, he had all three god cards, because you have to give away your most powerful card if you lose, because that was the rules. I'm pretty sure there was much bitching when that rule was fucking... By the way, fuck Yu-Gi-Oh for inventing that rule in the cartoon, because it meant everybody on the fucking playground was like, oh yeah, if you lose, you got to give away a card. They did. To be fair, they didn't say it had to be your best card. They just said you have to give away a card, because that's how it works. And
don't think your actions won't be avenged.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards quickly went the same way as the Pokemon cards in my playground. Because cards were changing hands and people were complaining to parents and blah 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 blah, Yu-Gi-Oh cards soon went onto the banned item list and you weren't allowed to bring them to school.
My mystical powers didn't tell me that this duel would be so difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I am right? Pegasus is voiced by James, and if he's not, it sounds a hell of a lot like James from Jesse and James in Pokemon. Yeah? Jesse! James! Team Rocket is blasting off at the speed of light! Surrender now or prepare to fight. That's right. I had a fucking CD as a child, which had all the songs from Pokemon. Now, you may be thinking that there's only one song from Pokemon. That's the main theme. Oh no, there was like 10 songs on this disc.
If that's all the damage you can deal, then my monster will not fall.
And I remember there was a couple. There was the main theme, obviously, which is the one I listen to most, because that's got some nice... That's just a nice tune in general, truth be told. Regardless of if you like Pokemon or not, that theme tune is fucking catchy. Which is the main point of a theme tune, you know. It's meant to be catchy and get you hooked into the fucking cartoon or TV series. The other songs involved Prepare for Trouble, Make It Double. It was... It was the song that Jesse and James... Well, it's not a song, it's more of a poem in the anime. But it's the poem that Jesse and James would recite whenever they met Ash, you know. Prepare for trouble, make it double, to denounce the evils of truth and love, to something something the skies above. Jesse, James, Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light. Surrender now, prepare to fight. Meowth, that's right. It was that, except it was sort of jazzed up, and they were like, prepare for trouble, make it double. And, you know, they sung it in a really weird way. So it weren't like in the anime where it was just a spoken... It was, I say spoken word poem. It was more of a poetic thing. But they turned it into like a straight up jazz type song. I say jazz. I don't know what genre it is. Jazz is the only thing that comes to mind when I'm thinking of a word to describe it. So that's the one I'm going to stick with. And unless someone else has heard it, which I'm sure they has, you know, let me know in the comment section if you have, and tell me what type of song you think it is. In fact, I'll try and find a link to the video and pop it at the end, because there must be a video or some kind of record of it on the internet, surely. And yeah. Another piece of music that was on it was obviously the poker rap that was at the end of every single fucking episode. Where they went through all 150 Pokemon, because there wasn't 151. No, 150. Because you know, wait, did they say 100? I think they only did 150 in the original rap. And you know, what they did was they took all the pieces from all the end of the cartoon and just put it all together. So yeah, and like I like the beginning of it where one guy's rapping and the other guy's singing. And the guy who's singing says, "You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part." So, yeah, it's a nice tune. I wouldn't say it was something you could listen to any fucking hour of the day and just be like, "Oh yeah, this shit's awesome." Nah, definitely not. You definitely got to be in the mood of something really fast. It's not even music really. It's just fun, you know. And I like shit that's just fun. If you make a song and it's not necessarily musically great and you're not necessarily a great singer, if it is fun, I will listen to it every day of the fucking week. Trust me. By the way, I'm not fucking... I'm not in charge of any musical studios, so don't... If you're trying to make it big in the music business, don't fucking turn to that as a piece of advice. If you're trying to do anything, you know, this is good advice for life in general, I think. If you're trying to do anything as a living... First things first, right? Make sure it's fun for you, alright? That's just my advice. If it's fun for you, then people will enjoy joining you on the ride. You may not necessarily get as big as you want, but the people who do follow you will be entertained. I'm kind of really banking on that, because otherwise this channel might not take off as well as I hope it does. But hopefully I get to entertain some people. I'm having fun doing this. I mean, I'm like, what? I don't know how many videos I've uploaded at this point, but on my hard drive I've got like 60 plus videos already. I wouldn't have made that many if I wasn't having fun doing them. And you know, I just hope this is fun for more than just me. I hope people who are watching this can just feel that I'm having fun doing this, and all I'm trying to do is be, you know, spread a little bit of entertainment to people. Yeah. Anyway, this duel's going pretty well. I'm pretty much fucking beating Pegasus. Pegasus, fortunately enough, isn't psychic in the game, so he can't predict what I'm going to do. And even if he could, I don't think he'd really win. He'd just delay the inevitable. So yeah. Yeah, next turn he's lost, and I don't think I've lost a single piece this time, so yeah, hopefully it stays that way and he doesn't fucking take out my Faith Bird, which he might. Oh no, that Faith Bird's fully fine, so yeah, I'm good. I think I've got all my monsters. I'll count them at the end. I started with 7, I believe, so yeah, we'll see in a sec. I'm not even interested in going after your symbol, Pegasus, my boy. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I haven't lost any monsters. I mean, I might as well attack his symbol once, right? To give my root water a bit of experience. Whew. Doesn't even do half. It's just shy of half damage. So as you can see, there's no cracks in it yet, but it's pretty damn close. I do like the wood effect of his. This is a fairy base as well, but depending on what effect you give it, it doesn't look very fairy-ish. That's a word, right? Yeah, it is now. Fairy-ish is now a word. Okay, and there we go. Lunky Trinket is done, and we can move on.
This will finish you.
It will indeed. So yeah, like I said, I like Pegasus because he's not a bad guy, you know. And even in the anime, he...
Oh, I shouldn't have underestimated you.
Why would you ever...
That's the only reason you won.
Why would you ever underestimate Yugi of all fucking people, man? Yeah, like I said, in the anime, Pegasus isn't a bad guy, you know? And this is crucial, right? If you have an antagonist... I think I'm using that word right. Antagonist means bad guy. Let's get Pegasus' first line of dialogue out of the way, and then I'll finish with full.
How can I... lose?
If you have an antagonist, right, the best thing to do is not have them just be pure fucking evil for the sake of them being evil. Like, aha, I'm evil, so fuck you and fuck you. That's not entertaining. What the good thing to have is have a bad guy who they may be doing evil things, but their motives aren't evil. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Pegasus does fucking disgusting things in the anime, but he is motivated by one thing, and that is to bring his one and only love back to life. So, you see what I'm saying, right? He has very disgusting means of getting what he needs, but what he is ultimately doing that for is just to bring back someone he loves. He's not doing it so he can destroy the world. He's not doing it because he wants to hurt the protagonist. And again, I'm not sure if I've got that the right way around. I'm pretty sure protagonist is good guy, antagonist is bad guy. It sounds better by saying protagonist and antagonist rather than good guy, bad guy, because that's a bit simplifying things. Especially seeing as I said, Pegasus isn't a bad guy. You know, and also if you're writing anything and you've got an antagonist whose whole motivation is no, I just want to destroy the world because fuck it. That's not a good character. You know, I don't think any characters that are purely good or purely evil are good. I think they're a bit, not a bit boring. They are boring and they're bland, and sometimes it's just stupid. You know. Anyway, I've bitched long enough about fucking storytelling. Let's revel in our victory.
Only you could have defeated me, Yu-Gi boy.
This was an incredible duel. I didn't know how to react to many of your attacks.
Dude, we clean sweeped him.
But that was when your true skill emerged. There are many more powerful enemies waiting to take down the mighty Yugi.
The Mighty Ducks.
I hope you're prepared.
Never seen that movie, but I like the name.
I am.
Whoop, whoop. Give me that. Whoop, whoop. Cool, that's Pegasus down. We've just got 2 more people to take out for this area, and then we get on to Area 4. We're moving on up in the world, guys. So, yeah, 45 experience. Oh, we've got a few level ups, and I'm pretty sure my symbol's leveling up next time as well. So, yeah, Place of Water, good skill. What it does is it raises the water map attribute effect rate. So, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good ability. Takes up a lot of AP, though, so it's not necessarily worth it. Place of Wind, again, same as Place of Water, except it increases the wind element. I won't be using that much, because most of my forces consists of water types, and they hate the wind. Anyway, this video's gone on for quite a while, so yeah, without further ado, I'll see you all next time.